Good morning from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Today we are flying to Iceland, and 2 days ago it was June 21st, the longest day of the year. And the reason that I'm going to Iceland right now is to document a midnight sun photography workshop. That photography workshop is being led by Thor Jonsson Thomas Heaton. And this is what I'm taking with me in these two bags, and I'm gonna share it all with you right now. Let's go. Right, and here we are, going back to Iceland, this time for the Midnight Sun. It is going to be a fantastic photography workshop, and everything that I'm taking with me here is the tools and the kit that I need to be able to do my job in the field, which is to help Thomas Heaton and Thor sort of document the experience and create content that they can use on their websites or YouTube channels, or to help market their brand. And this kind of stuff is important because I travel carry-on. These two bags is mostly how I travel all over the world, and I am kind of flirting with the devil in terms of weight, but you can get away with it on a lot of airlines, especially with online check-in and going right to the gate. So I'm going to show you everything that I've got, and we'll go through it relatively quickly in the hopes of saving time. So what I've done here this morning is separated hard goods on this side from soft goods on this side. Now, for those of you who watch the channel often, you know a good idea of what I travel with, especially the hard goods gear side. However, if you're new to the channel, I think this will be really interesting for you. And there's a couple things that are semi-miscellaneous, but really, really important and really make my life a lot easier as a professional travel videographer and photographer. So let's jump right into it. We'll start with the stills photography gear. Now, I shoot all my stills with the Canon EOS R. This is relatively new. I've got the bayonet adapter on the front here and a three-legged things generic L bracket. Now, I've got the bayonet adapter because the three lenses that I have are still the same ones that I had when I had the 5D Mark III. So this is the 70 to 200 f2.8 EF Canon lens, absolute beast, fantastic lens. The 24 to 70 2.8, which is sort of my everyday lens, and then the 16 to 35, which is my main landscape lens. Now, also for still photography, they're actually here in the magic box. I use 3 sets of filters. These are from Lee Filters, and I've got the foundation kit, a couple ND filters, and a 2-stop soft grad ND filter there. So that's still photography. Oh, of course, also the tripod, but that's being held by the GH5 right now. And mentioning the GH5, jump into video. For video, I use a couple main things. One of them is the drone. This is the Mavic 2 Pro. For those who watch the channel often, again, you'll see lots of drone footage. I love flying the drone. I've got 2 batteries for my Mavic 2 Pro, which is nicknamed Moto, if you were wondering. And then Moto also has a controller, so that comes with me. And then next for video is the gimbal. This is a Zhiyun Tech Crane 3-axis gimbal, which I use all the time. It fits the GH5 perfectly. It's right on the weight capacity, but does a really good job of handling the GH5 with both lenses that I have. This also, you might be interested to know, holds the Canon EOS R with the 16 to 35, which is really cool. So yeah, that's the Zhiyun Tech Crane Plus. Then for video lenses, I shoot with 2 lenses. This is the 7 to 14 Panasonic f4, which is my main vlogging lens, and it's usually on the GH5, you know, most times when you see the camera pointed at me. And then the other lens, which is on the GH5, I'll show you right now. So this is the Panasonic GH5 with this 12 to 60 Leica. So let's see if I can show you here. 12 to 60 2.8 Leica lens. The tripod I have is a Benro travel tripod. It is carbon fiber magnesium and affectionately known as Benny. Back to the table, there are still some hard goods that I want to go over before jumping into the soft goods side. Over here, I've got a laptop. This is the Dell XPS 15, which is really, really powerful. It's a 4K touchscreen, really good for video editing. Then have a little Samsung SSD. This is a 1 terabyte hard drive. It takes data at like 500 megabits a second, which is crazy, really good for video editing, especially 4K footage like this video. This is the Magic Box. I made a video about the Magic Box a few months back in Portugal. This is where I keep all of my miscellaneous things that are still important enough that they come with me. I've got battery chargers in here for the Canon, for the Panasonic, cleaning material, battery charger for the Zhiyun Tech Crane gimbal. I've got adapters. I've got a whole bunch of cables, extra props for the drone, got a 4 terabyte LaCie hard drive, and this is to back up all of my content. And when I'm traveling, I try to keep those 2 hard drives separate, but everything in here is really, really important. And when it's all properly packed together, you can just close up the hard case and put that in your bag. It's just a great way of organizing all the miscellaneous things. Now in the front here, we've got a Rode Video Mic Go. That's the little furry one here. That's what I use for the shotgun mic on the actual camera. And then this is the Rode Lav Mic, which is a really good piece of kit. I'm actually using it right now to record this video. And then this little thing is a 3-legged things tool, which I use for taking off the L bracket as well as adjusting the quick release plates and the tripod, which is really handy. This is a waterproof shell for the day pack, for the pack safe. Not sure why it's on this side, but that's actually a good transition to the soft goods. So on this side is all the clothing that I'm taking with me to Iceland. Now it is a summer trip, you know, this is the first day of summer was 2 days ago. So I'm not expecting it to be super cold in Iceland, but I'm not also expecting it to be super warm. So as I think a lot of you know, the best way to deal with traveling to places like Iceland and Patagonia and Nepal and Mongolia is to layer. So the more layers you have, the better. So what I've done is sort of set it into upper body and lower body. So we'll start with upper body base layers. I've got a hiking shirt. This is Nosy Life from Craighoppers. It's meant to be sort of insect repellent. It's really, really good for hiking, any active sports. This is my running shirt. I use this a lot and it doesn't really stink too much. And you know, I can wear it 6-7 days in a row. Nobody really bothers me about it because it's a base layer. So that's cool. If it gets a bit colder, I've got another base layer here from Craighoppers that's cotton. It's long sleeve, definitely a lot warmer if it starts to get cool at night. Then I've got a polyester half zip pullover. This is a beautiful piece of kit. I think you've seen me wearing this in videos recently. I've had this for about 2 months and it is my only sweater now. This is the only sweater that I travel with. It's really light, breathable, and super warm, which is really nice. And it looks great too, which is cool. Moving on to upper body, I've got 2 jackets. So this is a down jacket, 60% down, 40% polyester. So this is actually my go-to jacket if the weather doesn't get too brutal out there. So the down jacket, really, really nice, will keep me warm if it does start to get really cold. Now, if it starts to get really rainy and windy, that's where this one comes into play. So this is a Craighopper shell jacket, 100% waterproof and breathable, really light and easy to pack, and really, really good if it starts raining. Or if it gets really windy, it's good windproof as well. So that's my upper layer. There's also then just some cotton t-shirts under here that I use for like casual. So if we're going out for dinner, if I'm in the airport, you know, like it's nice to have a couple just casual t-shirts like this one when you're traveling. But I don't take many of them because I travel carry-on. So lower body. I've got for hiking, this is my base layer. This is a pair of Nike running shorts. Really, really light, breathable. Again, I think that they're quick dry. I actually use them to second as a bathing suit, and these will be my base layer. So I'll put these underneath a pair of hiking shorts or hiking pants. So these are Craighopper's hiking shorts. Really, really light, again, quick dry, breathable, lots of pockets, and they look pretty cool and they're really comfortable. So this is my, my short. If it's nice enough weather, I'll be wearing these. And then if it starts to get cold or windy or rainy, I can put these on. This is a pair of hiking pants that again are waterproof and breathable and quick dry. I can wear these for days and days at a time, and they keep me pretty warm, which is nice. So that's my main 3 layers for hiking in the field for the lower body. Now I also have these guys. This is a pair of Salomon trail running shoes, really good quality. I got these down in Patagonia. They've got fantastic soles to them and they're waterproof, which is really, really nice. Wear these for days at a time. Then I've got a couple of like casual shorts here. Well, one pair. One pair of casual shorts, 2 pairs of boxers, and 1 pair of jeans underneath. So that's kind of my casual lower body stuff. Now I want to keep moving fast because the idea with this video is to keep it relatively short. So here on this side, which it probably won't be, by the way, we got 2 pairs of socks. Those are my hiking socks. And then I've got 2 hats. BBS Squad, shout out to you guys, you know who you are. This is a toque. So the toque is, again, if it starts to get cold, and this also is reflective, which is very, very cool in the morning if people are using headlamps. You can see me from a mile away. I've then got some normal socks. These are just cotton socks, again, for casual days. And then we start moving into the center part of the table here. So what you see here is really interesting because it's kind of like miscellaneous stuff, but it's super important and it's really, really unique to sort of the style that I've created traveling over the last 2 years nomadically around Europe and the world. So let me share with you what this stuff is. First of all, simple one. This is a bag of tea. I use tea in the field all the time, and so often the hotel that I'm staying at, the teas won't be very good, or they only have green tea or black tea, and I want more of like an herbal tea or a peppermint or something without the tein, which I think is caffeine. So I've got a whole bunch of herbal teas that I travel with, and those go into this. So this is possibly the most important piece of equipment on this table, other than the cameras. This is my thermos. I love traveling with a thermos. I've had this thermos now for probably 6 months, and I use it every single day in the field. And funny enough, if you were paying attention to our last video when Nelly and I went live, this will probably be the first piece of merch that I ever sell on Snell Media and this channel. So I'm thinking about, trying to get these branded with something like Let's Go on the side and doing a run of like 20, 25 and seeing if you guys are interested, because this kind of thing is cheap and simple, but extremely useful and amazing to have in the field. And it keeps water warm for like 10 hours, which is incredible. So yeah, that's my thermos. Now underneath the tea is a 2-liter waterproof stuff sack. And this I use to pack away my jackets. So it looks like these are gonna take up a ton of space, right? But when it's a down jacket and a like light outer layer, I can actually fold them up and stuff them into this bag and then fold this bag up, and it's only like the size of, I don't know, a rectangle. It's about this big. And that is hugely good when traveling carry-on. So having something that you can kind of stuff things into and make everything smaller, like the Magic Box and that stuff sack, will help you big time when you're packing. So next I've got, this is actually a secondary bag. So this is a backpack that you can fold up, and what I use this for is sort of laundry, or when I actually get to the destination and I can unpack a little bit, I'll unpack this bag and use it as a third bag so that I have more space when we're actually moving on location. Because when I get all this stuff packed into these 2 bags, it's really tight and it's kind of like Tetris. But when I actually get to the location, I don't want to have to do that every single time. So I bring in extra bags just to give myself more space when I'm working in the field. So yeah, those are really cheap and easy to get. That was actually a gift from my dad. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching. This is my toiletries bag. So this is where I keep like sunblock and I don't know, razors, toothpaste, deodorant. I got a little mini cologne bottle. This type of thing, again, just keeping all that bathroom stuff in one place is really important. Then got a pair of sandals. These are really good for camping or just getting out of your hiking shoes. I think a lot of people traveling know that having a pair of little waterproof sandals is really, really handy and easy to travel with. So yeah, love having the flip-flops. Then have a pair of prescription sunglasses. I'm sure you've seen me wearing these in videos. I've had these for over a year now. Fantastic. They allow me to see distances and signs, which is really nice. But yeah, definitely need these for driving and just being able to look cool. Then I've got these two things, which is kind of nice. This is a gift from one of the participants in the Patagonia workshop. Rob, if you're watching, thanks. This is a chamois cloth for wiping down the lenses and the gear in the field and keeping things dry. Really wicks away water really, really well. And then this is a water bottle holder, which I haven't actually used yet. It's meant to go on the outside of your bag. And I'm bringing it with me just in the case that I find use for it. But it's very small, obviously, and easy to travel with. So I figured I might as well bring it to Iceland and see if I can use it in the field. Then right here in the front, I've got some bug spray because apparently there's some biting flies in Iceland in the summer. And then here is a pair of Bluetooth wireless headphones. These are really useful for traveling and for video editing with the Dell XPS 15. And these are noise canceling as well. So really good for airports and being in airplanes. I think that's it. I probably forgot something, but you should let me know in the comments if I am forgetting something. I want to touch on the bag real quick because this is my newest camera bag. I did make a video about this a few weeks back as well. This is the PacSafe VentureSafe X40, which a lot of this gear is going into, the most important stuff. And it holds so much stuff and still feels really, really comfortable on the back when traveling. So yeah, very, very nice to have the PacSafe. That's awesome. And yeah, that's it, you know, in the hopes of trying to have a relatively straight to the point video. I love making these packing videos. Sharing with you the gear that I use to do my job is really important because it is relatively simple. It seems like a lot, but it really isn't that much. Everything has its direct use. If I didn't have a reason to have this stuff, I wouldn't have it here. So it's really important that I go through it mentally every once in a while too, because if there are things that I have no use for, then I need to be able to cut them, right? So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. It's always good to get your opinion on this sort of style of backpacking and travel. And yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna try and cut myself off and end this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm flying to Iceland today, so stay tuned for the next couple of videos because we're gonna have a lot of really cool midnight sun content from Iceland. Very excited to be going back. This will be the third time that I've been to Iceland, and to document it and share it with you on the channel is exactly what this is all about. So very, very exciting times, and I'm happy that you're on board coming with us. So yes, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you on the next one.